Okay, nail babes, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So, with our look that we're going to try to accomplish, we just want a little bit of a holiday season nail. So, the very first step we're gonna do is make sure that we prep all the nails. I'm gonna etch the nail and I'm gonna make them even before I lay down the acrylic. I've got my lovely friend here who was so nice enough to let me go ahead and do this set for her. So as we go through the nail look, I'm just going to be going through the step by step and how I go about accomplishing the look. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish prepping and filing all the nails so that they are ready for the priming as well as our forms that we'll be putting on to get the look. Right now, I'm gonna grab my e-file with a natural nail bit, or a diamond bit is also what it's called. And I'm gonna prep the nail and remove any shine before I put the primer on. If there's shine, it's just not gonna allow that acrylic to stay onto the natural nail. So we're gonna do this for all the fingers, making sure that you're using a diamond bit or a natural nail bit, because anything other than that, something that's going to be a little bit more rigid, could potentially hurt your client. So you just want to make sure that you're going very slow while using your e-file, nice and even, so that everything is ready for the primer. I'm going to use Pro Bond. I don't believe I put it in the video, but Pro Bond is what I'll be using. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna remove any excess dust. I'm gonna also use an alcohol wipe just to make sure that we don't have any debris so that it doesn't get underneath the acrylic before we lay it down. As I had mentioned before, we're going to be using forms to accomplish this look. I find that forms are a lot easier opposed to the tips. Again, I use forms to create all of my nail looks. On this next finger, you'll be able to see how I was able to put the form onto the nail to get started. Remember to grab enough powder to lay for 3 beads, okay? That's gonna be the best way to get your shape as well as your length. It takes me a few times before I'm able to properly get the form on, but you want to make sure that it'll fit underneath your client's nails. That way, you know that there won't be any lifting while you are applying the liquid and the powder. You want to make sure that it's comfortable for your client as well and it doesn't hurt while it's underneath your nail. You're going to pinch the 2 stickers together so that it is nice and firm and it does not move while you are applying the liquid and powder. Once you've got your form on, you want to make sure that you grab enough liquid and powder so that when you put it onto your client's nails, it's not too dry or it's not too wet and runny. You can see how when I apply the liquid and powder onto my client's nails, it's still malleable, but it's not running all over the place. This will make it to where I am able to get the shape that I would like, or roughly around, as well as making sure that the nail is nice and strong with foundation, as well as grabbing my length. So after I lay down the liquid and powder, I am going to file away. I'm fairly happy with the length as well as the thickness. I did check in with my client just to make sure she was happy throughout, just in case we needed to make any changes. When I'm filing, I normally like to start from sidewall to sidewall and then I'll go under the free edge. Once I'm happy with the shape, and with this shape my client wanted a coffin, I will then file out the rest of the nail to thin it out, to make it more even, and make sure that everything is smooth, because then after that I'm going to start buffing. I enjoy buffing because I know I am coming around the mountain with this set. Once I'm finished buffing and making everything smooth, I'm going to wipe it down with some alcohol, again, just to remove any dust or debris. And then it will be ready for polish. The nails will be ready for polish, and I'm really excited for the cute little simple design. For this holiday look, I am going to go in with a few coats of the white polish so that it looks bold and we don't see any parts that are transparent on the nail. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab the red for the other two nails. We're gonna go ahead and cure that into the light, and then I'll get into the fun stuff with the sparkles as well as the squiggly lines for that accent nail. So with the red polish, I did about 2 coats just to make sure that it's nice and bold, and I am absolutely loving the way that this nail look is coming out. I'm pumped, and hopefully my client likes it as well. Now that we've got everything cured, I'm gonna grab the sparkles and we're gonna put that on the pinky as well as the pointer finger. Now the sparkles are very sparse. I'll do one layer on both of the fingers and then I'll cure it, and then I'll go in with a second top coat. But so far so good. I'm absolutely loving the way that it is looking. I'm sorry that my hand's in the way in this one here. I was really nervous to start the squigglies on camera, so you'll see me go in with that second top coat. She wanted straight lines, but I was just not too confident with straight lines, so I said, girl, you're gonna go ahead and get some squiggles because we gonna make them look like candy canes. So she was totally fine with it. I grabbed a very thin art brush. You can see how slowly I'm working and just following the lines that I have created. I'm gonna go ahead and cure it and then add some more red on top again because I want it to be bold and I want it to stick out. If we had time, I probably would have added some sparkles or some jewels on the nail, but she was very happy with the way that it turned out, so I am satisfied as well. If you've watched my previous videos, you may have heard me say if a client wants something specific, as in like nail art wise, and you don't feel comfortable or confident in executing it, communication is key. Once she was like, girl, I want some straight lines, I'm like, I don't know if we have the time to do that. So I was like, I can give you some squigglies. And thank goodness my girl Kayla was so sweet and so open minded that she was like, yes, of course, I have no issues with doing some squigglies. So Kayla, I love you. I appreciate you for just taking the time and hanging out with me. And your sister is amazing. Abby, I'll do your nails very soon. All right, so as we are finishing up the nail, I am grabbing the Drew Whitney top coat, and I find that this top coat is absolutely stunning. I did my nails a couple weeks ago, and the shine that's still on them is immaculate. I would always experience my nails chipping or breaking, and then once that first chip happens, you're picking at the nail, and it's literally like halfway off by the end of your day. So it's nice. I really do love this brand. I'll make sure to put a picture of it in the thumbnail so that you guys know which one I'm using. And I, of course, I did order it from Amazon, and I got 42 colors. You can see that I put the top coat on the middle finger and there was like a hair on it. So as long as you don't cure it, you can still save it. I grabbed an alcohol wipe and I just wiped it right off, and going back in with the clear coat, making sure that there's absolutely nothing on the nail so that it is perfect and flawless, because that's the last thing that we want is a piece of hair or a piece of dust that's just lingering on the nail. It is not cute. Normally, when it comes to the top coat, I do like to do 2 layers of the top coat because really I don't want any chipping, I don't want any breaking of the nail polish. So that's what you'll see me doing right here. All in all, I am very pleased, very excited for this cute red holiday acrylic set. Again, a shout out to my client who is lovely, fantastic. I met her at work and we've been trying to get her nails done for months. So I am so excited that we are finally able to complete this for her. I am so excited to present the final look. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. Check out my shorts for more videos.